Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So I was just in England for 10 days. Went to visit my brother and my two nieces and my new 2-month-old nephew.
What's the little boy's name?
His name is Eden. Eden, like the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Eden Ornista. Eden, hidden light. The hidden light of the Garden of Eden. That's his beautiful name. But when I was on my way there, I was on my phone, and suddenly a news piece came up from England. It was a terrible story. This is another one of these we've seen before, of a young Jewish boy in London who was visibly Jewish, wore a kippah, and who was attacked and beaten up, and nobody did anything about it. And this is an article, an op-ed by someone who is lambasting the English public and the authorities. How can this keep happening and nobody's doing anything about it? And I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about the stories here that aren't that much better than all of it. It made me think of a quote from our parsha this week that says, "We are people who dwell apart." Or even more literally, we're people who dwell alone. And I started to think, is this really true? Is this really who we are? We're just as people apart and different from everybody. And so the context of this quote is in the parsha this week. Bilam, the foreign sorcerer, the one with the talking donkey, is hired by King Balak, who sees that the Israelites are traveling through the desert and they're becoming more numerous. And he's scared of them, so he hires Bilam to curse them. But whenever Bilam tries to speak words of cursing them, instead blessings come out. And as part of one of the blessings, he says, "This is a people who dwell apart." And so over the years, people have used this to say, well, there's nothing we can do about it. This is just who we are, right? We just have to accept who we are. We're people who dwell apart. We will always be alone. And those times we think, no, we're just like everybody else, then that's when troubles start to happen, right? Pre-war Germany and those other places. This is just our lot. And so on one hand, with all the anti-Semitism, it's hard not to feel like that sometimes. And maybe it gives us some strength to accept our lot and to fight back and say, well, we're getting harmed, we're just going to fight back. And if it doesn't harm us, we're just going to let it go. On the other hand, this can't be the only way we live, right? We can't only live holding that we're just people apart, that we're just different than everybody. We can't just hold on to that. So as mentioned at the beginning of the service, we're about to start the 3 weeks that are called Between the Straits. They're 3 weeks of narrowness, is what they're called. And really, to look at the world and to say the Jewish people are just the people living apart is a very narrow way of looking at our own selves. It's no way to live. It's true that it's difficult now because of anti-Semitism and we feel cornered, but that doesn't mean we can't keep looking with that more expansive outlook and consciousness and try and remain connected in our embrace of all of humanity. And so we have this throughout our prophetic tradition. There's one quote that we say every high holidays from Isaiah and other places too, very beautiful. We say that at the end of days, all people will come to God's temple, God's house of prayer. So one way of looking at that is they say, well, at the end of days, everybody's going to become Jewish, they're going to worship the Jewish God, and that's what it's going to be. But other people say it's not that. It's at the end of days, what the ideal is, there's no more distinction between people. We're just all human beings. We're all praying together. What does it mean to pray? When you pray, the words of prayer remove all distinctions. We realize we're just human beings trying to reach our Creator, trying to reach across the abyss. And that actually is the ideal that we're working towards. An ideal we're all human beings. We don't have those distinctions. We're just bound together. We transcend all of it. And so yes, maybe we are in some ways the people who dwell apart, but that can't be all there is. And part of these 3 weeks, thinking about narrowness, is also to remove all our own narrowness within ourselves and to try and remember ourselves, even in difficult times, always try and keep connecting, always try and become broader, always see ourselves as part of that broader humanity, embracing the whole world with our love and our peace. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Please rise for Elena, page 56.
Whoa. עלינו לשבח לדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל עמונם. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אין עוד, אין עוד, אין עוד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד ושמו אחד ושמו אחד ושמו אחד.
Seated, we turn to our Mourners Kaddish on page 58. This week we're observing the following yahrzeit: Laverne Allen, Frida Arkin, Samuel Babitsky, Etta Bell, Louis Brindell, Vera Cohen, Lillian Cohen, Esmond Cohen, Henry Ehrlich, Jacob Eisen, Hector Flavio Elias, Harry Farber, Edward Fingold, Faye Fox, Victoria Frack, Rose Frank, David Goldberg, Dave Goldman, Esther Golinkin, Michael Grussin, William Hershevitz, Julius Horwich, Louis Hyman, Betty Clayman, George Kogan, Isidore Kotlicki, Leo Lever, Ben Lerman, Samuel Moss, Helen Rader, David Robbins, Mina Rosenfeld, Etta Ross, Eugene Rovin, Milton Salzman, Morris Schachner, Bernard Schlesinger, Rebecca Schwartz, Nathan Chanoff, Nathan Schur, Esso Slucker, Joseph Witensky. If you're observing a yahrzeit or in mourning, please rise and join me in the words of the Kaddish. Yitgadav v'yitgadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Ve'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich ma'achutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Bagala v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen.
Amen. Yeh shmei Rabba mivrach le'olam alomei almaya.
Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitchumam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei l'kudesha b'richu le'ela minkol berchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata damiran b'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'akol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imrumav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'akol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen.
Amen. Jerry Bloom will lead us in announcements.
Jerry is here.
Got a microphone for you right here.
Jerry's in the house.
This for you.
Here are the announcements for Friday, July 11th. We continue, I'm sorry. Toda Rabba to Lisa Wister for greeting people, but we still need help ushering. We continue to ask for the funds to support Magen David Adom's purchase of AED kiosks to be installed in Israel. To reach our goal of funding these life-saving devices, we still need your help. Member Kate Oxer, PhD, is teaching a series about the Book of Ruth virtually on select Thursdays at 8 p.m. The scroll tells the story of Naomi and her daughters-in-law Ruth and returning to Bethlehem after the deaths of their husbands. The second class will be held on July 24th and August 7th and 21st. You need not have gone to the previous classes to participate. All are welcome. On Sunday, July 20th, beginning at 2 p.m., we are offering a piano concert and ice cream social, featuring local classical pianist Heather Peterson, entitled Gershwin, Copland, Joplin, and Others. Capped with Debussy, this performance welcomes all ages, as evidenced by the summer ice cream treat. Rabbi Glick will be presenting a two-part series, Intro to Kabbalat, beginning on Wednesday, July 23rd at 6:30. Come learn about this mystical tradition in Judaism. On Sunday, July 27th at 10:30 a.m., member and art historians Leslie Blacksburg, PhD, will explore Rembrandt and the Jews, truth and fiction. Leslie comes to the subject of Rembrandt and the Jews from a long-standing interest in Jewish art and the Christian representation of Jews and Judaism, and a specialization in Northern Renaissance art. Donate to the Red Cross Blood Drive we are holding on Sunday, July 27th from 9 to 2 if you are able. The need is great. Register on their website to find available spots. Go online for details and make plans. Many of our programs require registration. Join us tomorrow morning for services and say lehitarot to the Sideros. Oh, say lehitarot to the Sideros. Oh, and enjoy a festive Kiddush sponsored by the family. And finally, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shalom.
You nailed it, Jerry. It's a keeper. Page 211. Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra li'ed nasa v'chefzo kol azay melech shemo nikra azay melech shemo nikra v'acharei giglot hakol levado ימלוך דורה, והוא היה, והוא עובד, והוא יהיה בתפארה, והוא יהיה בתפארה, והוא אחד ואין שני, לממשלו, להגבירה, בלי ראשית, בלי תכלית, ולא העוז ועם ישראל, ולא העוז ועם ישראל, והוא אלי וחי גואלי וצור חבלי ויצרה, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי מנקוסי ביום אקרא, מנקוסי ביום אקרא, בידו אגיד רוחי באישן ויעירה, ועם רוחי גבייתי, אדוני לי ולא אירא, אדוני לי ולא אירא.
Please rise for our concluding bracha. Kadosh Baruch Hu, Holy One, blessed be He. On this Shabbat, let us remember that though we are a people who dwells apart, that our ideal, our vision is to join in the whole world in song and prayer, love and peace. And let us say, Amen.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May Adonai bless and protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha.
May Adonai's countenance shine upon you. May Adonai bestow kindness upon you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May Adonai's countenance be lifted towards you. May Adonai grant you peace. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Okay,
Shabbat
he's
shalom.
back.
Shabbat shalom.
Been a while.
Good time, everyone.
Wonderful.